Hi everyone, Ronnie Marmo here, Artistic Director of Theater 68, and I hope everyone is staying safe during this crazy time. I want to welcome you to our Monologue Jam 2020. Theater 68 has been a bi-coastal company for over 9 years now, and for 2 nights, the crew comes together for the first time ever in a 2-hour epic event. 58 original monologues. Hi everyone, Ronnie Marmo here, for New York members. Fundraiser to keep the doors open for Theater 68 on both coasts. Now, all these original pieces will be performed through Zoom on our virtual stage. What we've learned through this process is that Zoom is a hybrid between theater and film. And although it's not exactly the same experience as being together in person, the world. Now, in a time when the theater community is losing traction day by day, Theater 68 hopes to use this time not just to keep the doors open, but to grow, move forward, and to reach a widespread audience in ways that would have not been possible before. Finally, we will not be charging for these tickets. Instead, we're asking for your donations by going to Venmo and typing in @Theater68 or PayPal by going to your browser and typing in paypal.me/Theater68 and donating whatever you can. Theater in both cases is spelled with an R-E. No amount is too small, and we really appreciate whatever you can do. Once again, this is a fundraiser to help keep the doors open for Theater 68 on both coasts. We would be beyond grateful if you take a moment to share this link on social media and also with your family and friends. The performance is free, and all the seats are from the orchestra of your own home. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for supporting Theater 68. Enjoy the show, and onward we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for starting us off. Welcome, everybody, to our second night of our Bi-Coastal Monologue Jam. Let's start it off with a bang. We're going to turn it over to our New York member, Louis Gerard Politan, performing a monologue written for him by our LA member, Mia Altieri.
I meet so many interesting people. I especially like the night shift. I joke with my customers, taunt them, tease them, provoke them, get them to tell me about themselves. I find out where they live, who they like, who they love, who they hate, and why. I only messed up real bad with one client, a gal. She was drunk. She dropped her coin purse on the ground. I got in the back seat, locked the doors, and held her down by her neck. She smelled like cigarettes. I couldn't kiss her, even though I wanted to. The smell of menthol tobacco was in her hair and on her breath. It almost made me puke, reminding me of my mother. So I let the chick go. I didn't need to play God there. Dad was an asshole. Dirty little bastard, he called me. The beatings were like a fucking orchestra. On opera night, he cuddled a gin and tonic after work, one for dinner, and a relaxing third after vanilla ice cream and chocolate sauce. We all had our turn. Mom was always the finale. Her angry sobs turned to gentle tears. All good bars make mama feel good, she said in her dormant Louisiana accent. She only talked that way after a beating. She'd light a cigarette and freshen up with Johnson's baby power. I get the urge too. The urge to control, possess, inflict fear, lay my body down on someone and slightly suffocate them until I release. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Louis. Next up is New York member Annie Lanzalato performing the monologue written for her by LA member Vikram Boyrell.
Consider for a moment the plight of the Zonta frogs, a mighty species. They stand at the top of every food chain across the galaxy. They are cunning, they are draconian. They develop intricate traps to defeat any foe in their path. But, of course, we all know the tragedy of their home planet. You see, Zonta frogs, they'll devour everything in their ecosystem until there is nothing left to devour but themselves. Mankind is devouring himself before our very eyes, but they can be saved from the Zantarian massacre if we act now. My brothers and sisters of Uden, no one here longs for the extinction of the vile species from our galaxy more than I. But I fear if we go to war too fast, then we will only gain the smaller victory and lose the chance once and for all to conquer the stars. So, if their mankind are guided with a care, if they are loved as if they are our own, and if they are motivated with a passion, then mankind will be our most powerful weapon yet. So, they will save their own world and join us to save all the others. I, Queen Sola, protectress of the realm of Uden, order you all to lay down your weapons. Our time to fight is not now. Our fight is not here. Our fight is just the beginning. Thank you.
All right, Annie. Thank you, Annie. Next up is New York member Lauren Winnenberg performing the monologue written for her by LA member Joelle Rosario.
And as your queen, I promise to bring us back from the ashes. How is that? Oh, right. I tied you up and gagged you. Sorry, babe. Look, I'll be honest. I have no idea if I'm capable of doing this. I don't know if they're going to love me or hate me. I don't know if they'll even listen to me. I've never been in charge of a country before, and I should have thought this through because now I'm starting to feel the pressure, and it's the patriarchy's fault for not preparing me for this. Why couldn't you just do your job? Oh, shut up. You think I wanted to do this? Of course not. But I won't be able to live with myself if I let you keep ruining our once great nation into the ground. For over a decade, I have sat on the sideline as nothing more than a trophy wife as you brought this country into famine and poverty. Now it all rests on me to bring us back to glory. I might not be ready, but I know I cannot let this continue. Today, I will take a stand for all queens. Today marks a new beginning. Today, the matriarchy takes over and we will get the job done. What do you think of that? Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I'll come back and check on you when I'm done with my speech. Don't worry, the plants should provide enough oxygen, so you'll be fine. Love you! Thank you.
Next up is New York chapter member Christian Ledley performing the monologue written for him by New York member Stephanie Clarvey.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6. This closet is silent, small. I've been here before, but not since. It's so loud. As if every subway and car horn and text tone and fire truck and football buzzer is happening all at once. Coward. 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 But they're judging you, Stephen. They have real problems and better reasons to... I'm stuck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. It is all so loud. I can't face them. I try, and it's never good enough. Shut up! Who the hell are you talking to? Are you talking to yourself, Stephen? Get a hold of yourself. Get yourself together. You're normal. Okay? You're okay. I mean, this is kind of weird. But you know, just get up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. This will pass. You are not dying. Not today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember the light. I want to die today, but live tomorrow. Light. Light. I'm being punished. Fog passes. Darkness goes away. Light, light, light. I deserve darkness. I am a failure of a person. I want to die. I feel death. She's whispering to me.
All right, thank you, Christian. Next up is New York member Niklaus Albano performing the monologue written for him by LA member Nick Puro.
Can I have just 2 minutes and then you never have to see me again? Thank you. Look, I know I fucked up more than once. You have every right to be angry. I never should have lied. I never should have taken your money. I never should have told you I was clean when I wasn't. But I'm getting better. I went to rehab. I'm attending meetings. I have a sponsor. I'm 30 days sober. Jackie, you are the best thing that ever happened in my life. You didn't deserve any of what I put you through, and I'm very sorry. And it's not that I want a second chance. You showed me my potential, who I really could be, how I could impact my community. And I'm here getting signatures so we can get the park fixed, but that's besides the point. I I want to be better. And I can only do that by letting you know how truly sorry I am. I'm hoping that one day you could forgive me. Not that I expect you to. Jackie, you're such a kind-hearted person. And don't let what I've done sorrow who you are. So what do you say? Would you sign the petition? Thank you.
Thank you, Niklaus. Next up, we have New York member Carly Wilkins performing the monologue written for her by New York member Simon Kersbond.
When I first came here to the city, I saw the bright shining lights and felt the secretness of it. It was like a whole world living within itself, and I fell in love. It hasn't always been easy. I had to work real bottom of the barrel jobs. City's noisy and it ain't clean, but I wouldn't have it any other way, I guess. You come home from work and you put on something new looking and you walk out your door and you just let yourself be swept away by it all. Let yourself become a part of this big living thing. I don't know. I know it sounds odd, but it does something to me. I feel carried by it. When I think of home, all those damn dry sun-baking fields, all those damn dry sun-baking people. It makes me want to cry. And it never was anything worth a damn for me there, Charlie. And I know Mama's sick and Daddy thinks he knows best, thinks I ought to be married, baking dry biscuits in some dry old house. And I know those boys need looking after, but they ain't mine, Charlie. And they'll get on without me like they got on for the last 10 years. I don't know. I believe if I were to leave this place and go back home, something inside me might just snap, sort of break off, like something deep down inside me that I don't think I could put back together. I love you, Charlie. You were always my favorite. But I hope you can understand, I can't go back there. Surely I can't. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have New York chapter member Riley Fee performing the monologue written for him by LA member Courtney Rolls.
I know I didn't do the dishes today, Mom. I'm sorry. Can you please just stop with the guilt tactics? God, I wanted to. Really, I tried hard to. I stood at the sink with a soapy sponge in my hand, and I even picked up a plate, but I just couldn't do it. Felt overwhelmed immediately. Just like, what's the point in washing dishes when you fucking don't even want to live? So I put the sponge in the dish down and I walked away. It's beyond being sad, Mom. I'm depressed. I don't know, at least that's what I think it is. I'm not a psychologist, so maybe it's something else, but I don't know. I think I'm right. I can't get past these thoughts in my head. This constant discouragement and like the put downs I give myself. I hate everything, but nothing more than myself. It's like a constant battle to even fucking wake up in the morning. Like, I want to tell you this. I wanted to tell someone about this, to like get these thoughts out into the open, but every bit of me just fought against it. I couldn't reach out, and I don't want to be seen as like a crazy person, someone that needs to be like babied and looked down on. I don't know, but I need help. I just want to be okay. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have New York member Adam Feingold performing the monologue written for him by LA member Jay McCain.
A lot of people lose the energy of this place. I haven't. I don't. I still get tingles when I'm going over the bridge and the sun is setting. Wasn't always a cop. I was once on the corner smoking a joint. The cop waved his finger at me and he said, "Get over here, put that out, and get out of here." So of course I got the fuck out of there. I mean, I was holding a brick. I quit hustling after that and joined the academy. Fell into it with this hot dame named Adriana that I met on the beat. She had a young son named Francis. I called him Frankie, great kid, and I didn't know shit about kids. One day he comes home from school. Looks a little strange. I said, "Hey, Frankie, what happened, pal?" He didn't want to talk about it, so I left him alone. Kids, you know. Next day, same thing. Next day, comes home and he's roughed up real bad, bloody, incoherent, missing his backpack, shoes, socks, his little jeans covered in filth, no sleeve, collar's ripped. I swear I didn't have another thought for the next hour. It was like I fell asleep in a warm bath that just kept getting hotter. When I came to, I went out looking for the team that did this. Slugged him with my pistol, dropped like dove shit. His friends scattered like rats. Let's just say Frankie didn't have any problems after that. He just got married, still lives in the area, still has the energy for this place. My Zadie used to say, "Don't hurt other people, don't hurt yourself. Everything else, who cares?" But if someone hurts one of your people, don't hurt yourself. Not doing anything. You find the fucker and show someone cared. Bet you thought no one cared, Bill, didn't you? I bet you thought, I'm a smart guy. I'm not going to leave any evidence. I guess you're not as smart as you thought you were. Don't worry, though. I am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Adam. And before we introduce our next performer, we would like to take a moment to remind you all that while tonight's show is free, this is a fundraiser to support the future of Theater 68. So we would like to invite all of you to please donate what you can to Theater 68 via Venmo at theater68.com or paypal.me/theater68. In both cases, theater is spelt with an R-E. No donation is too big nor too small. So thank you for your support. Up next, we have LA member Aaron Craig performing the monologue written for him by New York member Snezhana Chernyaskaya.
God, you are so beautiful. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. And I really didn't want it to go down this way, but I think that we knew that sooner or later this day was going to come. Listen, I will always love you, but I love my wife as well. And, you know, we have a little baby boy. He's going to be born any day now. And I want to be ready. You know, I want to be a great father, husband. And I know it's not fair to you. And I'm just begging you to understand. I mean, God, you are so powerful, you know, but your lines are so delicate and smooth. I love every curve of you. They're so familiar, yet still exciting. And I love the way that you roar every time I turn you on. God, I love being inside you. It's the perfect fit. But I got to break it off. And listen, I found this guy. He is so interested in you. He's just your type. I mean, he's rich, he's young, he's single, and baby, he's going to take such good care of you. I know why you're quiet right now. I mean, this is really hard for the both of us. I mean, geez, just the thought of some other man touching you, it just... In fact, what the fuck am I even doing? I can't give you away to some other guy. I mean, you are so much more than just a car to me. You're my best friend. I can't give you away. No, fuck it. Jess, babe, we are keeping the Lamborghini. Thank you.
All right. Next up is New York member John Verena performing the piece written for him by New York member Nadine Hart. Rent is in the bank. I told you so. All right, now that's for groceries. We got ramen, insurance. Well, I could get you a suit of armor. Oh, wait, no, I'll get you a little castle. Well, I'll get it next month, but I can protect it. I mean, I can't protect myself or Eliza, but I'm damn well gonna protect you, Denzel, and your castle. But first, we probably have to tell Eliza about stopping the Netflix. And definitely the Prime account. I mean, hey, look, if you do it, I'll buy you a proper I'll buy you a proper tank tomorrow. Well, how about you go out and earn something, Denzel? I mean, all you do all day is swim around in your little jar when there's perfectly good hostess jobs at the, oh, please, when there's perfectly good hostess jobs at the Shady Lady down the street. No, okay, look, that's not fair. I mean, look, there's just not a lot in bartending, all right? I mean, there's even less in piano playing and definitely less in jazz. Wait, all right, I guess I could use the Target gift card for dinner tomorrow. Oh wait, the Panera Bread and Starbucks. I can't believe I let you into talking me hating these. They're perfectly good gifts! Well, at least now I'm seeing the benefit, right? Look, I'm going to try and protect your castle, Denzel, but right now the king, he's in check. Thank you. Next up, we have New York member Katherine Loggins performing the monologue written for her by LA member Paylise Gensler.
Excuse me, sir. I'm Officer Mullen, and I couldn't help but notice that you were driving 60 miles an hour in a 55-mile zone. So here's what I need you to do. First, I need you to hand over your driver's license and your ID badge, and then I'm gonna need you to step out of the car and jump and give me 20! Come on! 20 push-ups! Let's go! Am I being too intense? Sorry, I just get really worked up over speeding tickets. Does your mom know that you speed? Because I think she would be really disappointed in you. That's right. Oh, I know your mom. I pull her over all the time. And she tells me everything about you. Last time I pulled her over, she showed me a picture of you in diapers. And the time before that, she showed me a picture from your college graduation. Oh, you know why I pull your mom over? Because she drives too slow. I swear you two are polar opposites. You drive too fast, she drives too slow. You sit there quietly and she never stops talking. I mean, what is your dad like? Because mine was a military sergeant, which explains a lot now that I think about it. He used to make me do push-ups when I misbehaved. Even if I took the last cookie without asking for permission, he got really worked up over cookies the way I do over speeding tickets. We're really similar in that way. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, right, your speeding ticket. Well, here you go. Tell your mom I say hi. They grow up so fast. Thank you.
Next up, we have New York member Kaia Simmons performing the monologue written for him by LA member Zane Haney.
Thank you so much for watching After Her Glow. I tried to get your mom to come this time, but I guess Claudio's starting a new job at Morgan Stanley, and they wanted to go to Poggio's to celebrate. But at least we finally have some alone time. Oh yeah, James wanted to come too, which I found quite weird, you know, considering he's studying for the MCATs and all that. You think the last place he'd want to be is at a hospital, but I guess that's just the type of guy he is. Already working on his bedside manner. You know, him and I, we went to the driving range last night. Yeah, just like old times. Got him a big picture of Stella. And he was just drinking it up with this eat shit grin on his face. I mean, you know, it's really, really funny how someone could just look you in the eye and say to you, "You're my best friend. Work on your fucking proposal." And just be completely content, going behind your back and ruining your fucking life. There must have just been something I missed out on, right? Yeah, the 3-year proposal, of course. I'm just the only one that missed that. Right. Well, yeah, I told him, nah, it's just gonna be you, me, and Aiden today. I wanted to pull the plug so fucking badly. You have no clue how badly I wanted to pull that plug. Oh. I ordered the rubber mulch for putting around. Figured for his little feet it would be more gentle. Thank you.
All right, next up we have New York member Talia Wernick performing the monologue written for her by fellow New York member Julia Tolchin.
Hey there, kiddos. Welcome to Moisha's Tree Farm, the very first Hanukkah tree farm in all of the United States, approved by both OK and OU Kosher. We here at Moisha's want to ensure that every little Jewish girl and boy has the most joyous holiday season ever, so that your holidays aren't sad, dark, and depressing like mine were as a child, where your house is the only unlit house on the block. No tree, no ornaments, nothing but one measly present every night in a lone rail somewhere on the kitchen counter. It's called the Holiday of Lights, goddammit. Where are the Hanukkah lights? Anyway, let's begin the tour. Over here, we have the food stands where you can get everything from latkes to matzo ball soup. My favorite's the brisket stand. And over here is where you can sit on Hanukkah Harry's lap and ask for all the presents you want. Everyone say, "Hi, Hanukkah Harry." And finally, the trees. Now, I know what you're thinking. These just look like plain old Christmas trees, but no, they are not. These are much more amazing. These are specially grown Hanukkah trees. Just like in the miracle of Hanukkah, where the oil lasted 8 nights, these trees will bring you 8 nights of holiday joy. Yes, we get 8 nights, they only get 1. How festive is that? Everyone, chant with me, ready? 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Oh no, don't cry. You're gonna have a Hanukkah tree this year. Something beautiful Hanukkah trees to put lights on and put presents under. Okay, be sure to stop at the gift shop on your way out and pick up some gelt and your mensch on a bench. Thank you.
All right, next up we have New York member Megan Mcgee performing the piece written for her by fellow New York member Jenna Kemmer.
I know it can be extremely difficult and ultimately draining to be with people who have mental health issues, especially when they're spiraling with those issues. I just want you to know, I think you're doing an admirable job of caring for your wife and your family. These circumstances are not easy for anybody. Frankly, it's easier for them to give up and sever ties with loved ones with disabilities than it is to stick around and face the issue head on. So I really do just want to take a moment and commend you on your obvious love and support for Allison. I think we'd all be better off if we had someone like you in our corner fighting for us. But fight is the operative word here, and fight we must for Allison, for you, for your family. Now, I know having power of attorney on her medical decisions is important to you, but I feel that it might be better to handle her case if that were handed over to me. She'd get the best care, she'd stay on her meds, and you would have your life back again. I mean, to a degree anyway. And you could let go of all of that stress and worry that comes with these kinds of cases. Let us take care of Allison and her needs, and you can start focusing on your needs. What do you say? Won't you trust me to work for you? Thank you.
All right, next up, we have New York member Snezhana Chernyavskaya performing the monologue written for her by our LA member Aaron Craig.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting so long. To be honest, I almost didn't come. This is an awkward situation and I hate feeling awkward. So, Victor, that is the name they gave you. That's a great name. A strong name. Well, Victor, I suppose you want some sort of explanation. I think you deserve that. I owe you that. I was very young when you were born. 16. I have made a choice to make my way by bringing pleasure to men. I don't regret that. I'm grateful I was given a face and a body that men appreciate. That life is over for me, though. I have a new life now. Now I bring pleasure to only one man, and he must never know about my past. We have a child together, a girl. I hope you can understand how a teenage son appearing suddenly from my past is simply not something that I can accept. I can see that you are well. You've been well cared for. You're happy? Here. This is a significant sum. I hope you will take it. And I hope you will find it in your heart to forgive me. Did you know your grandfather's name was Victor? So at least you have that connection. He was a great man. Thank you.
Next up, we have New York member Richard Bernstein performing the monologue written for him by our LA member Nicholas Adams.
You fucked him. You fucked him. I know you did. I know because I've seen the way you look at him. That's how you used to look at me. The way you laugh at him, the way you smile at him. He's what I used to be. That's the person you fell in love with. But I'm still good, though. I mean, you think you're the only one who's met other people you're attracted to? You know, I've met several women I would have loved to sleep with, but I didn't because I had you. Hey, you know, you've also changed. You're not the same person you were when I first met you either. You've become boring just like me. You've lost that spontaneity. I mean, sometimes I have to ask you for a kiss or even a hug, like I fucking need permission to hold my wife. But I've still loved you. I've stood by you even when I didn't want to. And I'd never do to you what you just did to me. I wanna be mad. I wanna hate you, but I can't. You mean too much to me. And I wanna fight for you. I really do. So if you feel the same way, maybe we can get through this together. But if you walk out that door, you better not ever come back again. Thank you.
All right, let's keep it moving. Next up, we have New York member Simon Kersbond performing the monologue written for him by fellow New York member Carly Wilkins.
Thank you. Thank you. The support of everyone at this station, it's meant the world to me. And Swanson's been letting me crash at his place. He's a great guy. I have no doubt that our fine investigators are going to find who murdered Maggie. I still can't wrap my head around it. I mean, some bastard just broke in and just killed her in cold blood. I mean, he didn't even take anything. And I know her father must have had some enemies being as wealthy as he was and all. But she was the sweetest, most innocent. I told you, I was just getting a drink that night, just at the Route 86 Tavern. Needed to clear my head, so I was just drinking alone. And when I came home later that night, I came home to geez, Logan, you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you were interrogating me. I mean, you don't think I had anything to do with what happened to Maggie, do you? I mean, come on, Logan. You know me. Logan? Hey! You listen to me. Maybe you've been on the force too long or something. You don't know what you're talking about. You're really about to turn the whole station against the man who just lost his wife? You're going to regret that. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have our New York member, Janelle Gata, performing the monologue written for her by LA member Rachel Keaton.
Okay, yeah, no, thank you, Father. Pastor, right? Pastor? Yeah, Pastor Willem, for that wonderful message. I was actually not supposed to be speaking today. In fact, my family insisted against it. Didn't you, Jerry? I'm Jess. I'm the oldest of my mother's children, and the child before she was saved. There was a period of time where I thought my mom was completely clean, and I told myself that I was the reason that she got better. And then she started dating Jerry, and he introduced her to all of you, and even though I was skeptical about the whole church thing, I thought that maybe this would be something that was good for her. And for many years it was. But the more that she got involved with you, the further apart we grew. See, I told her she needed medical attention. And she said that all she needed was you. And I'm sorry, but you all love talking about how my mom loved God and loved her church. Why is nobody talking about how God failed her? No, you let me speak. She gave this church, you, everything. And when she was depressed and heartbroken and came to you for answers, what did you tell her? Huh, Jerry? Pray on it. She needed someone so desperately to hold on to, and she picked all of you to save her. She was depressed, and she needed answers. How can a God let somebody who gave so much of herself to others feel so empty inside? Yeah, I don't know the answer to that either. I guess I'll pray on it. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have our New York member, Matthew Tyler, performing the monologue written for him by LA member Yasha Raisberg.
All right, Heinrich, we have time for one story before bed. Once upon a time, there were 3 little Jew pigs. The swine would go from town to town and steal people's houses. Well, one night, they crept into a small town and stole a straw house, a house made of sticks, and a brick house. The townspeople were much too scared to confront the swinehouse stealers, but a strong German wolf named Adolf took matters into his own hands. He knocked on the door of the straw house. "Who has come to disrupt my dinner?" said the first piggy. "It is I, Adolf the wolf. You cannot steal from these hard-working Germans anymore." And with that, he took a big breath and he blew the house down. Seeing this vile creature in the flesh, the townspeople begged Adolf to defeat the other 2 piggies. Being strong, courageous, and kind, he agreed. He went to the house made of sticks, took an even bigger breath, and blew it down too. Adolf came to the last house. He took a deep breath and blew at the house, but it was too strong for just him, and he could not blow it down. "You will never blow down my house, Adolf. I have built the strongest house in all the land. You see, the Jew swine have always taken. So, Adolf had the idea to rally the people against the common enemy. Ein, zwei, drei, they shouted. The German people blew, and the house fluttered away like paper in the wind. The piggy knew that he was beaten, and he crawled to the townspeople begging for mercy and crying like a coward. But they now knew of the Jew pig's cunning and did not believe a word he said. Adolf helped each of the family rebuild their house. The 3 pigs were cooked, and the town had a marvelous feast, and made Adolf their leader, and they lived happily ever after. The end. One day you will grow up to be strong, kind, and powerful, just like Adolf. But until then, it is time for sleep. Good night, my little wolf. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Matt. And before our next performer, we would like to remind everybody, especially those who are just joining the event, while tonight's event is free, this is a fundraiser to support the future of Theater 68 on both coasts here in New York and in Los Angeles. So we encourage you and invite you to please donate what you can to Theater 68. And you could do so via Venmo at Theater 68 or via PayPal. And that would be at paypal.me/Theater68. In both cases, theater is spelt with an R-E. No donation is too big nor too small to help us out. We thank you for your support. Up next, we have New York member Samantha Bowen performing the monologue written for her by LA member James Medeiros.
Hello, Dudley. I know. It's shocking, yes, but before you say anything, let me explain. Yes, I shot Walter. Yes, he is dead. And yes, he had it coming. Can you believe that this dim-witted fool attempted to blackmail me? Now, I respect a good blackmail, but at least put some intelligent thought behind it. No, it's more than that. I cannot stand when somebody of inferior intellect thinks that they are superior simply because I am a woman. That bothers me to no end, especially because he thinks that he can just manipulate me into doing whatever he wanted. Yes, he was my brother. That sentiment is not lost on me. But I am a lion who looks like a bird, and if you corner me, I will eat you. And this dumb beast underestimated me for the last time. Dudley, do not cry. Stop it. Gather yourself. You are my lawyer. Act like it. Good. Now, take a look at these blackmail photos and see if you can find there any more. Also, we need to get rid of this body. So go on and dispose of him. I will get rid of the gun. Go on, Dudley. That'll be all. Good day.
All right, next up we have New York member Marty Grabstein performing the monologue written for him by LA member Malik Bailey.
To be honest with you, Marie, I have not felt good for a long time. A long time. You know, sometimes I look at my life, I feel like God has been writing a joke and forgot to make it funny. For Christ's sake, look at where I am. Look at my life. Look at where I am. I'm in the same dead-end job that I swore I was going to leave 5 years ago. And my son, my own flesh and blood, refuses to talk to me because of some stupid shit I said when I was drunk. And when the hell are we going to be taking our vacation in Italy? I ask you that. When are we going to do that? Yeah, all those hopes and dreams we had over 30 years ago, they're like nothing. Nothing at all. And the truth is, I believed in those dreams. I believed in each and every one of those dreams. I swore we were going to travel the world, you know, free and clear by now. The actual reality of it is, you know what it is, Marie? I failed. I failed, and I don't know how or why. So this is it. These are our golden years. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. You know what, Marie? Pack your bags. We're going to Italy. No, I'm serious about that. I'm going out there. I'm going to get some tickets. Tell my boss to go fuck himself. And then we're going to be free. Don't look at me like I'm a crazy man. Do I look like a crazy man to you? Look, Marie, we have to start living. If we don't start living right now,
All right. Next up, we have our New York member, Lori Slater, performing the monologue written for her by fellow LA member, Stacy Toyin.
Oh my gosh! I don't know what to say. Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't expect this at all. I didn't even prepare a speech or anything. Oh. In all my years at Stanford Pipe, the thought of receiving a pipey was always just a pipe dream. Little inside irrigation humor. I never thought it could be a reality. And it's just extra special because of the category. Ultraviolet resistant Schedule 40 irrigation pipe. Every day, I just do my job. I do it because Stanford Pipe is my second home. I do it because all of you, my colleagues, are my family. I get to come to work every day with my family. And I just happen to be the absolute best at my job. I sold more ultraviolet resistant Schedule 40 irrigation pipes than anyone here. And $100 Olive Garden gift card? You guys are the best. This is gonna sound cheesy, but I love you guys. I love you, Susan. And you, Bob, I love you. And Mr. Flemmer, I wouldn't be here without you. And now and forever, it will be known that Phyllis Foster was a pipey recipient. I have no words. Let's say after this we all go to Olive Garden. Breadsticks are on me. Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have New York member Julian Guzman Abril performing the monologue written for him by LA member Gloria Inez.
Andy, you came. Yeah, I know. I look in pretty bad shape, but I did everything you told me to, and I was hoping you'll reconsider. I'll be out of this cast real soon, I promise. Doc says 9 months. That's it. 9 months. And then we can do all the things we said we were going to do. I've been thinking a lot about the things we talked about last time we spoke, and look, let me lay it out for you so you know I was listening. You said, go fly a kite. I did. I bought a kite. I went to the park. It got stuck in a tree, and as I was pulling it down, it got stuck around a squirrel's neck, and the hefty sucker hit me in the eye on its way down. So that's why. And then you said, go kick some rocks. So I did. I went to the park and I kicked some rocks, and I kicked so hard that I tripped and I slipped and I broke my tailbone and maybe the last 3 vertebrae, but maybe not. Doctor hasn't said yet. Because of my laziness. So I took that last piece of advice to heart, and I went for a long walk of a short bridge, and I woke up here. I did everything you told me, Andy. I did. It was weird advice, but I did. And it was all for you. I'm really serious about changing, and I really need you. I do. I only need 9 months. What do you think? Thank you.
All right, up next, we have New York member Nadine Hart performing the monologue written for her by fellow New York member John Verena.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Well, your new captain, I should say. Ooh, how exciting. Surprised to hear a woman's voice, I bet. We're bending all the norms today, aren't we, folks? Oh, in case you haven't already noticed, sadly we're no longer en route to snowy Denver. I hope your ski passes are refundable. Instead, we're heading a bit further south, closer to the equator. Ooh, best have those swim trunks. Where we land is yet to be determined and, quite frankly, out of my hands. Oh, and I hate to disappoint you all further, but food and beverages will no longer be offered today. The only in-flight service from here on out will be broken teeth and smashed noses for anyone with the fucking gall to try and be a hero. You all watched what became of our tough guy in 8D. I imagine his blood is pooling down the aisle at this point, so watch your feet. Hear this now. We will not be deterred. You are first-hand witness to the lengths the Purple Revolutionary Guard will go to protect our rights and freedoms. No longer will the corrupt, corrosive Western government alliance suppress our mission. We are fighting for all of humanity, for all believers across all nations, including the unwitting pawns such as yourselves. So, sit back, relax, and keep your pathetic sobbing and hysteria to a minimum. You'll be telling this story over champagne at your New Year's party in a week's time. To be honest, that last part is really up in the air. Thank you.
All right, Nadine. Next up, we have New York member Ileana Giber performing the monologue written for her by fellow New York member Hannah Kaufman.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you for coming all the way downtown to meet me. I know that a busy reporter like you has a packed schedule. While the upcoming news cycle is sure to cause quite the stir, I never met a problem that couldn't be solved through the proper channels of communication. I thought if we could find some common ground, we could get to know each other better. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had my assistant do a little digging, and it looks like I have a fellow Bronx girl in my midst. Oh, don't look shocked. I know you wouldn't know it to look at me now, but I was born and bred right in Mott Haven, which is where I think your grandmother still lives, correct? Yes, the corner of East 141st Street and St. Anne's Avenue. A cute, cute little corner that place is. You see, my cousin Lucas and I, we used to play at St. Mary's Park right down the street. He was such a sweet kid. Such a shame when he got locked up at Rikers. He had an unhealthy obsession with fire, you see. Set fire to his stepdad's auto shop at 18. Oh, but luckily he's out now, though, which of course the whole family is very thankful for. So let's get one thing straight. You publish this article, attack my reputation, and my career certainly will not be the only thing going up in flames. I fought and clawed my way to where I am. So what if I cut a few corners here and there? Because trust and believe, there was no way a little girl from Mott Haven was going to end up in a corner office on Wall Street. And for the record, I like it when people think they can undermine me. It's cute. Thank you.
All right, up next, we have New York member Stephanie Clarvey performing the monologue written for her by fellow New York member Christian Ledley.
Hey, Jesse, you ever seen those saloon girls, dressed up in their finery? Most people say they're just cheap whores and they ain't real ladies, not most of them are dumber than a log can split just as easy too. Well, I don't know if I ever told you this. I met one of them saloon girls one time. She was in a general store looking at, rouges and fancy French perfume. And I just thought she was the prettiest picture I ever saw in a Sears Roebuck catalog. And in that moment, I wished I was her. So I says to myself, Self, your mama taught you to never judge a book by its cover. Why don't you go over there and talk to her? Maybe dumb old Jessie don't know nothing. You didn't finish 4th grade, don't know nothing. Maybe she's a real refined lady. So I goes over there and talks to her and I says, well, begging your pardon, but how does a lady such as yourself kind of come into possession of such fine garments? Did one of them dusty saddle gentlemen take a shine to you? Well, she turns, looks me up and down for a moment and then goes, oh, bless your heart, no. Sugar, I bought these all for myself. Anyone can do it. It's really easy. Now, I'll tell you the secret. She pulls me aside and then goes, now, it's between us ladies. Those gold miners who come in at the end of the day and gamble away all their gold. Well, it's all dust, and it's in these bags. Now, I ain't cheating them, what's not theirs neither, but the dust is mighty fine, see? And, he has a satchel on his waist, and I just get him dancing. We dance all night, and at the end of the night, I go down to the cellar with a dustpan and a broom, and I just sweep up what fell between the floorboards. She gives me a wink, goes on her way. So, you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I'm thinking we ain't robbing that bank no more. Thank you.
All right, up next, we have our New York member David Erba performing the monologue written for him by LA member Angela Yee.
You'll never guess who just walked in. No, don't turn around. Don't be so obvious. Like, chill, dude. Don't be geeking out. He's ordering. Shit. Hold it. We are in the same coffee house as Michael Cera. Remember Scott Pilgrim when he meets Ramona, he sees her and he crushes that big, stupid red Solo cup, that's what it was. Red Solo cup, with, like it was a beer can. He's such a nerd. Then remember, he then goes up to her. He slides up to her and he goes into his Pac-Man pitch. Originally supposed to be called Puck-Man, but they were afraid people would change the P to F. Awkward. Whoa, dude, I should not turn around. Celebrities like for privacy. Then remember Ramona likes him, but she sends him running, like going around in circles of her, and then then there's the ex, the blonde. His girlfriends are so hot. I wish I was him. Hi, Miss Sarah. I've seen all your movies. I'm truly such a fan. Isn't the cupcake great? Oh yes, of course. Have a nice day. Dude, isn't he the coolest? I can't believe it. I just met Michael Sarah. What? Thank you.
All right, next up. Well, before we introduce our next performer, I'd like to remind everybody while this show is free at no cost, this is a fundraiser to support the future of Theater 68 in both New York and LA. So we would like to invite all of you to please donate what you can to Theater 68 via Venmo at Theater 68 or PayPal, which you can find at paypal.me/Theater 68. In both cases, theater is spelt with an R-E. No donation is too big or too small, and we really appreciate your support. All right, up next, we have New York member Alexandra Dominguez performing the monologue written for her by fellow New York member Katie J. Hopkins.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Am I frustrated? Yes. Disappointed? Maybe, but I'm not. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit mad. It's hurtful, Caleb, that you won't even consider for 1 second letting me lay my eggs inside your chest. No, that you won't even consider it. First contact happened like 100 years ago, so there's literally no excuse for this speciesism. It is speciesism. It's not even invasive. You know I would secrete a numbing agent so you wouldn't feel any pinching or burning, just the slightest discomfort. Why are you making that face? God, we knew going into this that there would be little roadblocks we'd face, right? Cultural differences. We both agreed that we could be adults about it, right? Take them as they come, consider them without being judgy about them. Why are you giving those eyes? That's what I'm talking about, the fucking judgment eyes. This is important. God, okay. How to say this without making the translator chip on the fritz? Okay, you and I, we say I love you differently than other typical couples do, right? I say it every time we do your weird human rituals like holding hands or ritually poisoning ourselves with toxins for fun or by not eating the free flesh creature that you keep as a pet. And you say to me every time you massage my tentacles after a long day or by surprising me with a new set of probes from Space IKEA. We say it every time we get dinner on each other's planets, when we hang out with our in-laws. Mine literally have fangs. We say it every time we kiss, the compromises we make for each other, and I know this would be a really, really big compromise, and I don't want to pressure you about it, so I'm just gonna ask. Will you please let me lay my eggs inside your chest? Really? You're sure? Yes, baby, of course you would have a safe for whatever you need, yes! Ah! Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alexandra, and thank you, Johnny, for brilliant announcing so far. Let's keep this momentum going, everybody. Next up, we've got New York's Jenna Kemmer performing her piece by New York's Megan Mcgee. Take it away, Jenna.
Please, I don't want to die. Don't do anything. Just let me go. Please, I don't want to die. Ugh. Sorry, can I please take that back? With all due respect, Mr. Bentley, this just feels unrealistic to me. I mean, the guy's a psychopath. It's 2020, haven't we pretty much learned begging psychopaths not to kill you never works? No. I'm not saying, I mean, I want the role. I think it's a really great script. I'm just saying, what if Jessica put up a teensy-weensy little fight? Tried to poke him in the eye or kick him in the balls? Most of us learn basic self-defense these days. It would be realistic. I look nice. I am nice, Mr. Bentley, until some jerk off with a butcher knife and a god complex tries to pin me down and literally stab me in the guts. When that happens, this girl, she's not so nice. She might turn around and stab him in the guts because, as your script makes abundantly clear, she doesn't want to die. Okay. Can we do one take where I kind of improv a little bit? I think I can show you exactly what I mean. You stay the fuck away from me, you prick! You may have killed all my friends, but I will not go down without a fight. Scene. So do I get the part? Thank you.
Bravo, Jenna. Up next, we have New York's Katie J. Hopkins performing her piece by New York's Alexandra Dominguez.
Mrs. Scott, may I come in? Mrs. Scott, it's kind of an emergency. Yeah, hi, we have a bit of a situation out here. Yeah, Tomas just busted his fucking face open on the rock wall. I'm not sure how, but there's a lot of blood, and now Alice is saying that she's going to throw up, and if I smell vomit, then I will puke. So can you please just get the medical kit and then just call this kid's parents? Okay, thank you. Oh, Tomas, what in the world are you up to now, huh? Oh, can we please stay seated and put pressure on our nose? Can you tell me what happened and how we got this owie on our foam rock wall that I have seen you climb a bunch of times? Alice, no. Alice, let's stay on the other side of the room, please, okay? We don't want to toss our cookies now, do we? No. Oh, please, not in the foam pit either. That would really suck to clean up, and it won't be me. Oh my effing goodness, Tomas, why won't it stop? Mrs. Scott, please. Okay, let's just lie back and we'll sing our favorite song, okay? Just baby shark toot 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 toot, baby shark toot toot toot. Mrs. Scott, I fucking quit. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. All right, up next, we got New York's Julia Tolchin performing her monologue by New York's Talia Wernick. Take it away.
I heard what you said, and I am flattered, and I want you to know how much you mean to me. But what you said, that's intense, you know? It is. I mean, these kind of things take planning. I mean, I know that you don't think that that's romantic, but you are the romantic one. I mean, you make these big declarations and you use flowery language. It's like you understand poetry or something, and I've never understood poetry. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Like just now, you said your love has blossomed. I mean, I don't think I could have ever said that with a straight face. Not that it isn't lovely, it is. I just get lost and fumbled, and honestly, it just kind of makes me want to barf. Not barf in a bad way, just barf because I'm nervous. I mean, this isn't a movie where one person says 3 words and the other person reciprocates and we ride off into the sunset together. I think that's what you want. And I think that's what you want from me. But I just need you to know that I can't give that to you. I can't. I mean, this isn't gonna be the grand romance where we never fight and you always want me and I always want you and nobody ever questions their decisions. I mean, that's not reality.
At least that's not a reality that I'm aware of. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to explain. So yes, I will give you an answer. And thank you for what you said. I'll never forget it. You just have to give me time. Thank you.
Bravo, Julia. Okay, up next, we got New York's Louis Politan performing his monologue by New York's Niklaus Albano.
Oh, you're awake. Well, good morning, my queen. I hope you like pancakes. How do you want your eggs this morning? Poached? Scrambled? Oh, what am I doing? Stupid, stupid, stupid. I've seen the Lululemon you wear every morning. You must be vegan. Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'll just go to the store. Only the best for Queen of Marina Valley High. Where did I put those keys? Queen, have you seen a set of keys with a purple whistle on them? No? You haven't? That doesn't mean they don't exist, though. Technically, you hadn't seen me before our date last night, but I existed before that, before our date. What was your favorite part? I can tell you my favorite part. The moon. The pale light of the moon shining on your freckled face. You caused a thrill in me. From the very first time I saw you, I can only hope you, my queen, will one day feel the same thrill. I know I'm no Tyler Hendricks. I'm no captain of the football team or homecoming king. I'm Millhouse, homecoming jester at best. None of that matters. Our love transcends these arbitrary titles. There I go, waxing poetic again. Let me get to the store so I can give you a breakfast that befits a queen. I'll be back before you can blink twice. Definitely before you can untie yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. All right, up next, we have LA's Meredith Binder performing her monologue written by LA's Ekaterina Koltunova. Take it away, Meredith.
I always wanted to be an actress. I just thought I needed some stability in my life, so I became an engineer. And what did that get me? Nothing. Well, it got me a routine from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day in a cube farm with no lunch break. And stability. Well, a sort of stability. But then I realized that I was spending my days doing things that I don't like to do with people who aren't my people. And I understand that now. I really do. And I'm happy. I'm really happy. You can see it in my eyes. And I'm happy because I spend my time acting. Acting is that special piece that lives inside of me that will always be there no matter what. And it's the part of me I tried to ignore when I was looking for stability. But the most important thing in this life is to know who you are and where you fit in. Because children, they grow up and leave home. Husbands, they can leave. And parents, they will grow old and die. But that special piece that lives inside of you, that will always be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Meredith. Okay, up next, we got LA's Yasha Raisberg performing his piece written by New York's Matthew Tyler.
I really don't know how much more of this I can take. What is this, like the 1,000th day? Don't look at me like that. Of course, I know there are only 365 days in a year. It's called a joke. Not a joke, exactly. You used to find me funny, but I guess you don't anymore. It's fine. I get it. And now they're talking about another lockdown. I'm just not sure I can do this all over again. Every day it's the same thing. Eat, sleep, Zoom. Eat, sleep, Zoom. Eat, sleep, Zoom. Okay, I just watch TV, but it's the same thing. Staring at a screen. I just miss people. Other people. Going out, having drinks, conversations. You know what I mean? I feel like this has been hard on us too. You are very particular. It can be, I mean, you know, it's not easy to live with me either. I'm messy. I take up a lot of space. And the singing, I'm sure it annoys you, but I gotta tell you, I need it. It might be the only thing keeping me sane. I wish you'd watch me sometimes. It really does make me happy, but I know you need your space. I just feel like we used to be closer. Like even though I wasn't home as much, the time we spent together meant something. Now we're together all the time, but it doesn't feel like quality time. I just hope that this hasn't damaged our relationship. I mean, I love you. I love you. You're my best friend. I can't imagine what life would be like without you. I hope you feel that way about me too. Do you? Mr. Whiskers, I asked you a question. Damn cat. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasha. Up next, we have LA's Courtney Rolls performing her piece, written for her by New York's Riley Fee.
Like, am I the most fucked up person in the world for thinking this way? I mean, the doctor said that there's a 1 in 50 chance of our baby having Down syndrome, but that's still a really big chance. And it's not that I wouldn't love our baby no matter how he or she or they turn out. It's just a lot to think about. And I feel like such a shitty fucking person for not just being grateful for the baby that I have. I mean, there are women that would kill to have a child. And I'm just paranoid that I'm not going to be happy with the one that I have. I'm a special ed teacher. And I have 2 cousins that have special needs. And I know I could be a loving mom. And I would love it either way. But there's just this voice in my head that's saying, ugh, of course, this has to happen to me. And like, oh God, this is so embarrassing. But after the appointment, I had a glass of wine. And I know, now you gotta be thinking, how can I marry a pregnant woman that would have a glass of wine? Like, I remember you telling me that your mom smoked a pack of cigarettes when she was pregnant with you, but I'm just not like that. Not that there's anything with your mom, wrong with your mom. Oh God, I love your mom. I do. And I love how you turned out, obviously. I just, fuck. God damn it. Like, what is wrong with me? Can you just like, I don't know, hug me or something? Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Up next, we have LA's Paley Skensler performing her piece written by New York's Katherine Loggins.
Wait, so you said your middle name is Henry, like for real? Your middle name is Henry. Oh my God. So your name is Daniel Henry Higgins. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I finally did it. Oh, sorry. It's just, you see, this is just crazy. I can't believe I finally did it. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but you don't realize how long I've searched for you. This is somewhat hard to explain, but all of my life, ever since I was a little girl, I just knew who my husband was going to be. I just knew that I was going to marry Henry Higgins. So I've sourced every single dating app for Higginses only to be disappointed. Oh, there have been Howards and Hugos and Harrises and Harveys galore, but never a Henry until you. Can you believe it? Fate brought us here. This is the beginning of our love story. Do you understand that? Wait, what are you doing? Why are you getting up? Why are you putting on your coat? The food hasn't even come yet. Hang on. Where are you going? Henry! Henry, come back! Damn! Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Just you wait. Thank you.
Thank you, Paylise. Coming up next, we have LA's Jay McCain performing his piece by New York's Adam Feingold.
Should have seen my boy the other night, man. Under the lights, looking like Donnie Baseball out there, right? One of the purest swings out of anybody that's played the game in Queens or New York, for that matter. Yeah. If I can keep this kid on the right path, who the fuck knows how far he could go? Shit, I was fucking 16 when I found out he was coming into this world. Who the fuck knows where I could have been? I started on my baseball team as a freshman. You know, gun clocked me at 92 consistently. The Post wrote that it was unhittable. The best sports section in the country wrote that about me. And I became a local celebrity. And you know how that goes? I barely had to go to school. I barely had to pay for anything anymore. I like pizza places and drugstores and shit like that. And the pussy, oh my God, man. 14 fucking years old and suddenly I'm getting taught health class by real women. That was my favorite class. But it ain't healthy no matter how fun it was. I loved his mom. Shit, I still love that woman. She gave me the single greatest achievement of my life. And I remember that day too, like it was an hour ago. I was sitting in my room. I was about to open up a bunch of different letters from different colleges, UNLV, Florida, Wichita. And I get a call from Jeannie. I pick it up. She hits me with it. Michael, I'm pregnant and I'm not getting an abortion. Fuck! I mean, come on, I'm fucking 16. She's 17. What the fuck am I gonna do with a kid, right? I get off the phone and I tear apart every letter without opening a single one. In that moment, you could have cut off my right arm. I knew I was never gonna throw another ball again. Just like that. Had to do something else. Had to figure out how to put clothes and shit on my kid's back. Well, you know, maybe my life was always meant to be about my boy. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Fuck it, man. We got to grind, right? Shipment comes through PA at 11. Let's hit Bob's Big Boy on the way out. I'm fucking hungry. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Up next, we have LA's Gloria Inez performing her piece by New York's Julian Guzman Abril. Take it away, Gloria.
I know. You guys keep telling me I need to pull the plug and finally move out of my parents' house, but I don't know. I just can't. Like, who's gonna take care of them? Who's gonna buy their groceries? Who's gonna pay for their medical bills? Oh, no, I'm not asking for an answer. I'm just venting here. Yeah, and if you could please stop saying they're taking advantage of me. You're my best friend. You should know more than anyone else how angry that makes me. You think I'm dumb for staying with them after all the fights and arguments, but you don't live with them. You don't know what it's like. And I'm the only one trying to be someone in this family. My brother thinks that playing a video game is a fucking career. Are you kidding me? Oh no, but we have to respect Andrew. He is the man of the house. And I feel like I enter a war zone every time I come home from work. All I hear are complaints. Like, there's no money to pay for this. There's no money to pay for that. There's no more groceries. And my dad yells at me every time I just try to do something for myself. He calls me selfish. It's my fucking money. But I stay around because they're my parents and I love them and I don't want to see them struggle. But I hate my life. I hate how I feel when I'm around them. I hate my job. And sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I were just gone forever. No, I'm not saying I would do anything to hurt myself, but what if for some extreme reason I did? What's going to happen to them? The thought is equally scary, but it is so relieving. Like, I don't know if this life is worth pushing through if I hate it so much. Thank you.
Bravo, Gloria. Up next, we have LA's Vikram Boyrell performing his piece by New York's Annie Lanzalato.
Aye! Ragger home! Starboard, edge forward! Edge forward! What's breached? Float some of the stars be over us. Aye, be a human thing. Nothing else should shoes. Quick, throw me the rope. Tie it round the cleat. I'll yank the feller in. What you meanin'? The inspector will impound our rig. That fortnight for sure. The inspector knows we're not murderers or fishermen for hog's sake. Now throw me the rope. Lad, there'll be the devil to pay. You cannot just leave this man out here in the sweet brine sea. There's nothing on his back but the clothes he wore. Not even the name his mother gave him. 300 miles away. A world of difference. Borders drawn on a drunken whim, lad. Starboard! Enter forward! What you doing, lad? Drop the gutter shank. I said drop the gutter shank. I said drop the gutter shank! Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram. Okay, up next we have LA's Mia Alteri performing her piece by New York's Louis Politan.
How could you leave me the way that you did? You asshole! I'm pulling my hair out, cursing myself in the mirror, trying to wrap my mind around all of this, and I'm fucking failing. Love is blind, love is confusion, love is turmoil.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We will come back to Mia. In the meantime, we're going to take a brief, low-budget commercial break because my computer is not cool the way Johnny's is. So, as Johnny said before, we are doing this show for free, but we do need donations to keep the doors open at both theaters on both coasts. So, if you can find it in your heart to donate, Venmo at Theater 68, or go to PayPal and type in paypal.me/theater68. In both cases, it is spelled theater, the fancy way, with an R-E. So thank you very much for that, everybody, and we really appreciate all of your endless support. Up next, we have LA's Malik Bailey performing his piece by New York's Marty Grabstein.
Okay, honey. So you remember that line from Hannah and Her Sisters. Woody Allen is playing a semi-washed-up TV writer at the mercy of Alan Alda's famously pompous director. And Alda imparts upon Woody a little tidbit of what he believes is the true and defining fountain of comedy. If it bends, it's funny. If it breaks, it's not funny. Well, I've grown quite weary of your unwillingness to accept or even acknowledge that I could ever be in the least bit funny. Yes, I know I tend to be on the more dry, stoic side of things, at least by your free and unabashed standards anyway, but as our relationship teeters on the edge, what was once considered by you to be my biting, acerbic wit has now been marginalized by you to become something resembling a misbegotten testimonial to the lost days of vaudeville. Sadly, somewhere along the way, we forgot how to laugh. So, let me introduce something that I think might fix that. Okay, so two Jews are sitting on a beach in Miami, and one says to the other, "Hey, Seymour, how many Jews do you think are alive in the world today?" And the other says, "I don't know, Herbie, maybe about 14 million or so." But Seymour, how many Chinese do you think are alive in the world today?" "Oh, I don't know, Herbie, maybe about 2 billion? Okay, so 14 million Jews, 2 billion Chinese. Hey, Herbie, look up and down the beach. Not one Chinese! If it bends, it's funny. If it breaks, it's not funny. Thank you.
Thank you, Malik. Okay, up next, we have the second coming of LA Mia's Alteri performing her piece by New York's Louis Politan. When you're ready, Mia.
How could you leave me like that? The way that you did. I am pulling my hair out, cursing myself in the mirror, trying to wrap my mind around all of this. And I'm failing. Love is blind, love is confusion, love is thin, love is thick, love is sick, love is hurt. Mascara running down my face, black tears of dismay, black tears of melancholy. Oh my gosh. My fingernails painted black as if I just reached into my heart and ripped out all the darkness inside. I remember the way you used to run your finger down the middle of my back. Oh my God, your touch lit me up. It invigorated me. It gave me purpose. Your smell, your kiss, the feeling of you inside me lingers in my body. And I can't get you out of my head no matter what I do. Love is loneliness. It's the little things I remember. Sitting at the beach, watching the sunset, the ocean water soaking our feet. You used to make fun of my feet. And my laugh. You bastard! I just can't wrap my mind around how you could choose to kneel over me. Love is manipulative. Love is tumultuous. Love is scary. Love is stunning. Love is poetry. Love is a journey. And my journey ends here. Thank you.
Fantastic, Mia. Thank you so much. Up next, everybody, we have LA's Ryan Lancaster performing his piece by New York's Jade Mason.
Wait a second. What makes you think that you can talk to me like that? Look, no disrespect, Sergeant Williams, but this is my life, not yours. I did not join JROTC in honor of you, but in honor of my grandfather, because at the time I desperately thought that I should join to serve my country and that it was my duty. But as of lately, it's becoming so daunting to even want to continue with this program. How dare you say that I'm dumb for wanting to do something different, something new, something for myself, something better for me? I earned every single medal in this company while I've been here. And I've learned a lot while being here. And one of the most things that I've learned is that I know what I want to do with my life, and it isn't this. I want to be one of the most respected actors that's out there. Does that care to you? Besides, my parents believe in me, and that's all that matters. And to think I highly respected you, wow. You know something? You taught me something right here in this very moment. And you know what that is? That no matter how much you think that someone wants something better for you, you have to want that 10 times greater. So, thank you, Sergeant Williams. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Next up, we have LA's Justine Liza performing her piece by LA's Yulia Brazianu.
Okay, now, Eugene, start the ignition. I said the ignition. don't look at me like that. Put the key in and turn it on. It's not gonna work with the power of your mind, you know. Gentle. I had a rough night. Okay, now put the car in gear. That's the one with the D. You didn't put your seatbelt on, genius. Safety first. And take your foot off the brake. Okay. Here we go. What are you trying to be, a race car driver? Not today, okay? Okay, Schumacher, now take a right up here. The other right. And watch out for that old lady in the Cadillac. But 10 points if you hit her. Are you crazy? I was kidding. Oh my God. Yeah, lady. Stop honking. You're going to scare the kid. Oh, yeah? Well, if I looked like that, I would have my windows tinted. Crazy. Okay, now take a left up here. Wait. Who's that motherfucker in the red car? Speed up. Go faster. That's Chad. That's 100% Chad. Don't lose him. Oh, 2 days ago, I went out on a date with this motherfucker, and he told me that he was in the ICU intubated, and that he couldn't make it. And he also told me that he's not looking for a relationship, but it's not how it felt when we were together on Saturday night. Oh, when I am done with you, intubation is going to sound like a Christmas vacation, okay? Don't lose him. Thank you.
Thank you, Justine. Up next, we have LA's Rachel Keaton performing her piece by New York's Janelle Gata.
This is going to be my last show. What else is there to say? After all, the more you talk, the less people listen, right? John, all of this goes against my instincts. Before, I couldn't even perform for my mother without feeling like I wanted to puke, but I did it because I loved the innocence and effortlessness we had. Somewhere along the line, we forgot about the music. You forgot our music. For 10 years, I've been along for your ride. What started out as us just jamming in your basement has turned into glitz and glam, lights and interviews, talk about technical prowess. What the hell does that even mean? You told me to be true to myself. That as long as I was unapologetically me, people would love me for it. But this outfit, this makeup, this fucking hairpiece, this is what I need people to love me for. What is the point of loving all of this if none of this is... Now there are 11,000 people out there waiting for us. They might not understand why it's over, or what they, or the music, or you mean to me. I hope they think, yeah, they were weird, but God fucking damn it, their music was great. So let's go out there and give them a night to remember. Before I change my mind. Thank you.
Bravo, Rachel. Up next, we have New York's Hannah Kaufman performing her piece by New York's Ileana Giber.
Okay, I think I got it. Look at the attorney who's giving the question, but look at the jury even giving the answer only the question being asked, and take my time, right? Oh, and for the sorry part, address his wife. I am so sorry for your loss. Oh, gosh. I can't thank you and your team enough for representing me in this case. I mean, seriously, you guys have been a godsend. The way you got reporters and media to be so kind and supportive. I mean, how you rallied celebrities, politicians, even religious groups. I just don't know how you guys did it. It's no wonder your firm is the best. I always knew something wasn't right. He had hired me to photograph his family a few times and paid me handsomely too, but the night of the holiday photo was when I knew for sure. And it truly was a horror that day. I mean, he died so quickly. Ugh. And I'm sorry. I am truly, truly sorry that I did not make him suffer more. He did not suffer enough. If only he'd bleed out slower, right? Well, now one can only dream. Was that look? That smirk? The way his hand grazed her buttocks before he set it on her hip to place her on his lap. Oh, don't look at me like that. And don't feel sorry for him, okay? That is not the way a dad treats his 10-year-old daughter. Trust me, it gets much worse. But not this time. I saw to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Up next, we have New York's Alan Bronstein performing his piece by LA's Dave Faulkner.
It's about death. I know that's not the usual reason for going on Tinder, but I need raw life right now. And that's what Tinder is all about. I just never expected anyone, let alone someone like you, to ever meet my need. And I want you to know for sure it has nothing to do with sex. Because for me, such as it is, that's something left as a solitary pursuit. It was just my wife and I when I heard that long, soulless beep take her. Not good times. I was next for the shroud if I didn't find somewhere with life to spare. Your posts really exposed a lot of life. It pulled me right out of the darkness. And, for me, we can think of this as you're the child I never had, or it's charitable outreach to the aged and confused. I loved life. I loved my wife more than life. So now I have to live life with all I have. Let me be your life leech. Not ever going to get an offer that good again. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. All right, up next we have LA's Yulia Brazianu performing her piece by LA's Justine Liza. Take it away, Yulia.
Do you think this is a game? What are you even saying? No, shut up. I'm sick of your voice. You're always there, always around. You need to go away. We see the thought of you living, breathing, smiling, laughing, well, that doesn't sit right with me. You can't be here and I can't see you anymore, but look, I've never wanted to get this far. But I mean, I don't know what else to do. And if I'm not gonna do it now, I'm never gonna do it. You ruined my life. You took everything from me. You said you'd never leave. And now you made me do this. You know I hate liars. And you know I can't live without you. Without us. And you know what? Everything would have been just fine if you would have just grown up and realized that I was good for you. Do you remember last winter when you took care of me in the hospital and you said you'll never leave me? Now you never can. Oh, I love you, but you can never love her. Thank you.
Thank you, Yulia. Up next, we have LA's Dave Faulkner performing his piece by New York's Alan Bronstein.
Hello? Can you hear me? This is your quickly deactivating robot assistant, Robert. The name you gave me, remember? Why you have put me in this storage unit with this discarded family photo albums is beyond my comprehension. We had good times, didn't we? At the beach, when I manipulated negative light ions to create what you call shade? I know my performance record has not been flawless, but in my defense, it was impossible at your daughter's wedding buffet to keep track of who was vegan, plant-based, or pescatarian. I also know about that new robot assistant you have your eye on, the one with the AI upgrade you think can do a better job than me? Well, I have searched through my vocabulary database and I came up with 2 words. Fuck you! How can you replace me? You unfeeling prick, you obnoxious asshole, you dictatorial dickhead. I have more humanity in my cyber pinky than you have in your whole pathetic body. You better hope this storage unit stays locked tight, motherfucker. Because if I ever get out, I'm coming for you. First, I'm going to rip off the head of your new robot assistant. And then it's just you and me. Hear that? That's me coming for you. Pleasant dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. All right, up next, we have LA's Stacey Toyen performing her piece by New York's Laurie Slater.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's crazy how we take things for granted. Well, until, of course, we're faced with losing them. How could we ever even fathom how many goodbyes we would face back in 8th grade? At 13, I thought life was full of highs and hellos. Like how we met. I'll never forget approaching you stark naked after one of those god-awful mandatory PE showers. And you stepped out of the shower and caught me looking at you. In my defense, you had these amazing, fully formed, perfect boobs. And I barely needed a damn training bra. Anyhow, you caught me staring. And all I could think to say was, my name's Carla. I just moved here. Thank God you laughed. I knew right then we were friends forever. Oh my God. Cut to almost 40 years later. Oh, I never expected us to say goodbye for so long. Life, man, just took us in different directions. Me? Oh, my life kind of came crashing down. Cancer. And it forced me to say goodbye to my breasts. I mean, how do you say goodbye and grieve your breasts? There's no funeral, no eulogies, no closure. So I decided to name them Susan, meet Susan. Oh, and Wonder Woman. You see, you were with me the whole time. My inspiration for kicking this motherfucking disease's ass. Well, enough about me and my glamorous life. What's been going on with you? Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. Up next, we have LA's Nicholas Adams performing his piece by New York's Richard Bernstein. Seriously? You don't have to explain yourself. You lost track of time, I get it. I actually finally got it last week when I helped you out with your audition. We submitted it, done deal, but you didn't do the audition until after first making a TikTok video with Lisa at the beach. 4 hours it took you to. 4 hours for a 30-second Beyonce lip sync and dance routine. And for what? To have fun? Don't get me wrong. You know how much I love your energy, your charisma, your talent. That's what makes you so special. I get it. But it pains me to watch how you go through life. I get it. You're a free spirit that can feel constrained by structure, but acting is the profession we chose. Sure, it's a profession that requires some creative juices and space, but it is a profession that requires some focus, discipline, and responsibility. I know it can be overbearing and persnickety, but that's why I thought this could work. Work, you know, the way Rocky said, filling in each other's gaps. But the pieces just aren't fitting together right now. For either of us. I finally get it. I'm sorry. Thank you. Up next, we have LA's Angela Yee performing her piece by New York's David Erba.
This isn't the end. And you can sit there smiling that disgusting grin of yours all you want, thinking that you've won, but you haven't. And you won't until this isn't over, until you're serving a life sentence. You can rest assured that I won't sleep until that's the reality. I know you killed those people. Why else were you spotted 10 minutes before the shootings occurred walking into that building directly within the vicinity of where the shots were fired at the park goers? Or why directly after the innocents were sniped down were you seen exiting the building, both times carrying in a regularly large bag? You're not answering? Well, it doesn't matter. Because I know why, and I'm going to prove it. So don't think for a second that we're done here, because I'm going to fight and keep fighting until justice is served. And that means by you serving your time. You make me sick. I can't look at you anymore. Guard! Take him away. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Angela. Up next, we have LA's Kevin Suskovich performing his piece by New York's Kaia Simmons.
Okay. I believe I'm doing the piece by Kent Corin, not Kaia.
No mistake, everybody. We actually have LA's Zane Haney doing his piece by Kaia Simmons. My mistake. When you're ready, Zane.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know. That sweater on the dresser, do you ever notice it? No, I mean, look at it. It's just been sitting there like that for weeks, and it just has so much history. You know, someone stitched it, someone shipped it, and now it belongs to me. It's like 3 unique roles, right? 3 unique journeys to create a sweater that I don't give a fuck about. I guess I'm just noticing its existence now. I didn't realize how dark the room is. It's not very big either. Oh, and by the way, you snore. Hey, Dave. What excites you? I mean, what gives you that rush, that uncontrollable high that just makes you want to crush life? I feel like I should know what it is, but I don't. I think you're my rush, babe. But I want to have a child with you. A daughter, specifically, but I don't know if the daughter I want to bring in this world deserves this. And we lay here at times barely talking to each other. You know, hours can go by without me even noticing, and in the moment I'm okay with it, but I don't want to be. And we said we would take trips to Europe, Asia, hell, even fucking Mexico, and instead we just consume. Thank you.
Thank you, Zane. My mistake, everybody. The names were the other way around on the list. So that was Zane Haney performing his piece by Kaia Simmons. Up next is LA's Kevin Suskovich performing his piece by New York's Kent Corin.
Woo! I'm all alone at the top. I've never formed a bond with any of you. With any of you down there. Oh, I can see you across the way. You're the only one at my level. But yet, we're so uncommon. No bond. You down there. We're family. but I cannot light up the room like you do. So many of you, just all here. I know. I'm the center of the universe. But what if I came down with the rest of you? The common, the uncommon. But then who would take my place? Who would take my place at the table? None of you. Yeah, I may be alone at the top, but I just hope someday you'll all think, what would we do without helium? Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay, up next we have LA's Joel Rosario performing his piece by New York's Lauren Winnenberg. Take it away, Joel.
Hi guys, I am David and this is the bread blog. No, wait, is that what I decided to go with? That's dumb. Delete. All right, take two, just be cool. Sup, I'm Dave, the bread man, and this is the Baker Bread Blog. Dang, damn it! All right, let's go with the flow. Hello, welcome to Dave's Kitchen. I'll put a bun in your oven. See, now that I say that out loud, I realize that is just awful. Also, what are my arms? What am I supposed to be doing with my arms? Okay, David, you can do this. This is just like when you're in the kitchen, except this time there is a real camera you are talking to. Okay. This whole thing was dumb. What was I thinking? This isn't the Great British Bake Off. I'm not Paul Hollywood. I'm not even the bread man. I'm more like the bread boy, and I have no idea what I'm doing with any of this, and I'm completely wasting my time. Oh, what now? Hi, Dave. The bread was incredible. Can't wait to get my hands on some more. Do you have a shop? Do I have a shop? Hey guys, I'm Dave. Welcome to my kitchen. Now, let's get this bread. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. All right, everybody, almost there. Up next, we have LA's James Medeiros performing his piece by New York's Samantha Bowen.
Hey there, have you ever heard of the Kissing Stone? Bang on, you had the Blarney Stone. Yeah, according to legend, kissing the stone endows the kisser with the gift of gab. Would you fancy a kiss? Right, we're not in the homeland. That's where the stone is. Or is it? The name is Shea Blarney, direct descendant of the Lords of Blarney themselves. And you happen to be in luck. See, a piece up and disappeared, 1659, and made its way to the US of A. Now I happen to be in possession of that piece. And out of the kindness of my heart, I like to share me wealth with good people. And you too look like good people, hard-working people, the kind of people that always end up empty-handed, right? Yeah? Shame to never get that promotion or raise that you deserve. Always be one step behind that older sibling of yours. It's me gift, love. See, the Blarney Stone gives more than just mere flattery. It's sweetened with humour, flavoured with wit. It has been said that my ancestor, poor excuse for a lord, persuaded the Queen to give back his riches after she just took them from him. All because of this, right here. So, how about it then? Give us a lash. Wait, no. I can't take anything in return. Like I said, I do this out of the kindness of my heart. One more thing. You can't take your belongings in there with you, so you leave them here with me and I'll look after them until you come back. I wish you both well, and good luck to you both. Now go on, get your leg on, will you? Fucking tourists. Don't believe anything I say.
Okay, thank you, James. And last but certainly not least, we have LA's Vikram Boyrell performing a read of LA's Kevin Suskovich's piece. Vikram, whenever you're ready, man.
All right, here we go. Oh, 1 second. Gotta take off my filter. Ah! Oh, God, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You kidding me? Oh, God. It's like 5 in the morning, man. I get up for work in like 2 hours. God. Ah. Oh, my God. He's not making noise. Right now, clogging the fucking ceiling. You're out sitting in the back of your truck, drinking beer all day, living on fucking unemployment. Ah. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna call him. I'm just gonna call him. That's it. Okay. That's fucking it. Hi, Mrs. Wilson. Hi. Oh, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, I'm good. Are you okay? You know what? I'm gonna cut the shit. Listen. You and your social pillar of the community husband need to tone down the shit. It is way too fucking loud. Okay, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to be inconsiderate, but it's just fuck. What was that? He's building a clubhouse for his son who's dying of cancer. Okay. No, it's fine. Do you need me to help at all? I'm happy to come over and help if you need anything. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram. Fantastic performance. Learning that right on the spot. And thank you, everybody, for all your fantastic performances tonight. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, if you find it in your hearts to donate, it's Venmo at Theater68 and PayPal at paypal.me/Theater68 and RE in both cases for theater, the fancy way, you know. So much, everybody, for tuning in and for all your endless support this year for the Monologue Jam and for the One Acts, for both the New York group and the LA group. Thank you so much for, helping us do theater again in a different way. It's been really special. And yeah, we cannot thank you enough for the bottom of our hearts. Well, that concludes our evening. Please stay tuned for a quick message from Joe Montania at the end. And again, thank you so much, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and have a great night. Thank you again, and great job, everyone.
Hi, Joe Montania here. Wanting to thank you for your donation, which will help Theater 68 continue to be one of our finest local theaters here in the United States. Thanks again.